How's it going, boys and girls? Jackson here with a breaking news story, or video I should say, and it's to do with all things Star Wars. We've had a brand new film announcement in the last 4 hours or so. The Mandalorian and Grogu Journeys to the Big Screen is the heading, and it's on StarWars.com. It's all official. We are getting a Mandalorian film, which wasn't announced before today. We knew about the Dave Filoni film, which was meant to, if rumours are true, tie all of the Mandoverse together. You know, your Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, and Mandalorian sort of characters and seasons and time period into one, and probably result in them fighting Grand Admiral Thrawn and creating the First Order, I guess. So today's big news that we're getting a brand new film about Mando and Grogu, which, let's be honest, makes marketing sense 100%. Grogu is probably the most adorable thing in Disney, and Mando and Grogu combined have been a huge success for Disney Star Wars, at least. And even though season 3 was pretty mid in my eyes and in most people's eyes, from what I've seen online, I think this is a good idea from a marketing perspective. I'm not sure if it's a good idea from a sort of plot perspective. This could go easily in two directions. I'm hoping, as a positive Pete, that it's going to be good, but Disney's track record at the moment with Star Wars isn't fantastic, and it's not actually fantastic at all with any of their IPs, really. Marvel's not doing the best at the moment. People are getting a bit bored of that. Star Wars, well, we all know about the state of Star Wars, good and bad there. And even their classics, they're butchering their classics, aren't they, at the moment? As South Park aptly put it, put a chick in it and make it lame, or whatever the meme is. And, you know, they've acknowledged that. Old Bob Iger apparently has acknowledged that they need to start focusing on stories again and not political agendas. Take that as you will. But back to the news story, the breaking news story. Let's just read the article on StarWars.com. The Mandalorian and Grogu Journeys to the Big Screen. The Mandalorian and Grogu are embarking on a new adventure to movie theatres. Directed by John Favreau and produced by Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy and Dave Filoni, The Mandalorian and Grogu will go into production in 2024. I have loved telling stories set in the rich world that George Lucas created, said Favreau. The prospect of bringing The Mandalorian and his apprentice Grogu to the big screen is extremely exciting. John Favreau and Dave Filoni have ushered into Star Wars two new and beloved characters, and this new story is a perfect fit for the big screen, added Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm. Just pausing it there a moment, so we know John Favreau has been given the go-ahead to direct the film, which makes sense as he has had most of the creative rights and control of The Mandalorian so far, along with obviously Kennedy and Filoni, so none of that is really new, is really like surprising news. Production this year is quite surprising, so they obviously have been thinking about this for a while, so that's good news for us fans that this is already going into production this year. I would say we're probably going to be looking at a late 2025 release window, like Christmas 25 maybe. That would be my gut reaction right now. Worst case scenario 2026, we'll see, who knows. Let me know what you think when it's going to come out. I guess where are they going with this story is the news here, but let's continue the article first. The Mandalorian and Grogu will lead Lucasfilm's ongoing feature development slate, including films helmed by Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, James Mangold and Dave Filoni, who is also currently developing Ahsoka Season 2 among those in the works. This is the way. So, a bit more news there. Actually, I'm pretty sure, new developments here. Another bit of breaking news is Ahsoka Season 2 is greenlit. I may have missed that. I'm not a Star Wars channel at the end of the day. I love Star Wars, but I cover all things TV and film. Ahsoka Season 2, though, greenlit by the looks of things, which is good news for me. I loved Season 1 of Ahsoka. Well, love's a strong word. I really enjoyed it. Let's go with that. The Hayden factor did help as a prequel lover here and a prequel fanboy, not gonna lie. Having Hayden back was fantastic, but I enjoyed the show as a whole, actually, not just the fact that Hayden Christensen was back as Anakin. Spoilers, apologies, but most people know that by now, especially if you're watching this. So yeah, that's good news. So Dave Filoni's busy, isn't he? He's a busy man, and he recently got a promotion anyway, and he's overseeing all things Star Wars from what I remember reading. So yeah, I guess going back to the film here, the Mandalorian and Grogu journey to the big screen, there's no working title yet. I guess it's just going to be probably the Mandalorian, who knows. My immediate thoughts for the story or the plot of this are we're going to be going down the sheriff angle here of the New Republic. If you watched season 3, you'll know that Mando kind of hung up his boots as such at the end of the show. Him and Grogu were like in retirement mode at some cabin, that kind of vibe, while the rest of the Mandalorians continue trying to restore Mandalore as such, essentially that anyway. I think we are going down the sheriff route here because I can't remember off the top of my head. Is it Cara Dune? Is that the name? The person that got cancelled anyway, the actor that played her or whatever. She was going to have her own show as a sheriff in the New Republic, and that never materialized. And I think that's what they're going to do here with Din. I think they're going to make Din a sheriff, and he's going to go off on, you know, one more job for the New Republic and all that kind of malarkey. And before you know it, he's going to get sucked into the Grand Admiral Thrawn drama. That is my theory here anyway. So I think we're going to get Thrawn in this film, which I assume is going to be out before Filoni's film, which apparently is still happening. We'll go to that in a minute. So that's my theory here, is we're going to go with the sheriff angle that leads to Thrawn in this film, which will be probably the first time. Yeah, it will be the first time we see Thrawn in a live-action movie, which will be exciting. That's my theory. That's my take. Let me know in the comments below what you think will be the plot of this. But that's what I'm assuming anyway. We're going down that sheriff angle. I've already got this preloaded up, but Screen Run, take it as you will, in terms of source, reckons that Lucasfilm has also confirmed that Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie is still happening. Which was heavily rumoured to be that Mandoverse film, sort of tying in all the threads from Book of Boba Fett, Mando seasons 1, 2 and 3, and Ahsoka 1 and probably 2, season 2, now it's been greenlit, with most likely the villain being Grand Admiral Thrawn, of course, and probably Luke Skywalker saving the day with all of our heroes, leading to the creation of the First Order is my assumption anyway. So that film is still going ahead, but I don't know what order. It looks like Mando is going first, so that's why I think Thrawn will be making an appearance in the Mandalorian film as well there. So yeah, very exciting news for us Star Wars fans out there that we're getting a brand new movie that we never knew about. We knew about the Rey movie, which everyone knows about, and I'm pretty sure there's a film that's going to be set in the New Republic from memory, and obviously the Dave Filoni Mandoverse film. So we're getting a fourth film now, which is cool, and it looks like it's going to be the first one, which is quite refreshing. And do you know what, it's quite interesting because there's been a lot of backlash following comments made by the director of the Rey movie, more men hating and all that kind of narrative. Quite interesting that they've now released this news about Mando getting a film only days after that kind of backlash and whatnot online regarding the director of the Rey movie. I wonder if this was going to be sort of left until a bit of a later date, and they've decided, you know what, let's release this now to give the fans something else to talk about. That's my cynical take here. Yeah, I think that's probably it really for this video. We know that Ahsoka's getting her season 2, which is great. We know that Dave Filoni's still getting his movie as well, and we're now getting this Mando movie from Favreau, which makes sense. So yeah, exciting times for most fans, I would say, but a lot of cynical fans out there as well that are probably expecting this to bomb. Let me know what you think though in the comments below. Are you excited? Are you not? Do you think this is going to be a success at the box office? We haven't had a Star Wars movie since The Rise of Skywalker, and we all know what happened there. Somehow Palpatine returned. We'll see what happens, eh? We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Take care.